please join me in saying good morning to Bob from Greenfingers. How are you, sir?
I'm good.
How's your coffee? Okay.
I was going to say this was a really good cup of coffee this morning. I'm really enjoying it.
Good. I'm glad. I need your opinion on something. I,
Shoot.
I talked about this on my Facebook Live behind the scenes, brought to you by BrightPath, on my way in this morning. So yesterday, one of my handymen came out, and I had them, rake all of the seaweed that had kind of washed up, along the shoreline. Most of it had gone already out to sea. A lot of it had already been covered, but it was starting to smell as it was drying, and so I had my handyman come rake up from the empty lot next to me all the way through in front of my house, in front of my
Right.
neighbor's house, in front of the next alley in front of it, just to get rid of it all. Because my neighbor likes to also um, do the same thing, and or the smell was getting bad. So when I got home, I had a rotary thing last night. So when I got home, it was already dark, and so I unlocked the beach gate and I went down to see what had happened. And on the alley to my left, as I faced the water, there was a whole group of people, and they were lighting what looked like paper bags with a flame inside and letting them drift as paper bag balloons,
Uh huh.
which I've seen happen, right? But there was very little wind last night,
Or
and what
this morning.
and what little there was causing these, you know, fire balloons to drift over the houses into the yards, on top of the vegetation on the beach, and I was a little concerned, because I didn't want to have a fire, and I said something to them, and there was the woman who was standing by my beach gate, and I was not nasty, but I said to her, listen, this is a real fire risk. You really shouldn't be doing this when stuff's drifting back into the
Right.
houses,
Mm-hmm.
right, and on the vegetation and everything else. She said to me, well, we do this every year in memory of somebody who was murdered, and if you don't like it, call the police. And then she turns around to her probably 8-year-old little son and says, go over there because the man is being rude.
Um,
Sure, you
it
don't like it. And I got to tell you, I was really pissed because if I had done that
should
in
have
their backyard,
called the police and called the airport
yeah,
because it's a flight hazard.
yeah.
Serious.
Mm.
You're not supposed to do that and drones and this and that and the other thing. Anything
I mean, I
to
understand they were doing it in memory of someone who had passed.
sure.
I get it, right? And I get you're trying to do something nice, but don't do it where it's going to create a risk for others.
Yeah.
And one landed in my neighbor's yard, one landed on top of the sea grapes, and they grabbed them and everything. I hopped the fence into my neighbor's yard to get the one that landed in the neighbor's yard. Just all wholly inappropriate. If I had done that in their backyard, they would have called the police.
Yeah.
Just not nice.
No. But
Not. So I'm not wrong.
yeah, they don't think. No, it's tough to get people to think outside the box. Hey, you got an airport. That's the first thing I thought when you said about the balloons.
I mean, they were
Yeah,
probably
hot
about
air balloons.
hot air, paper bag
Yeah,
balloons that are probably 3 feet, 4 feet
yeah.
big, and
And you're
maybe
right. They catch on fire.
right.
Yeah,
Well, it's a flame. That's how they get the bags to
yeah.
lift and illuminate. So I'm not nuts.
No.
Oh, okay. And I wanted to talk about it this morning. It really pissed me off. Can I say that on the radio?
Yeah.
Primarily because the lady said, "Well, the man is being rude and impolite to her 8-year-old son." I said, to say, "I'm sorry, you shouldn't be doing this."
Yeah.
Is not being rude, and she don't like it. Call the police.
Hmm.
Says it excellent, not role model for her little boy.
Yeah.
That's wow. So anyway, what are we talking about this morning?
Our national
What's our
flower.
national flower?
That's a
I don't.
question that so many people.
I don't know the answer. I don't know
Yeah,
that.
it's
Maybe.
up on the post.
Let's see. Um,
It's
food for thought. Our St. Martin flower. Why is that making me hit see more?
yeah.
Um,
Yellow
Viola,
sage.
yellow sage,
Lantana camera.
yellow sage, or better, lantana is our national flower.
Yes.
Drought tolerant,
Yes.
so benign neglect.
Yes.
This might be
Uh,
this might be up my alley.
and the only kind of issue is that people don't normally cut it back as often as they need to keep it nice and bushy and
Hmm.
um but we're starting to build more inventory on that. We do get asked for it, but on things like national holidays or there's not a lot of it. You don't really see a lot of it these days. It
Mm.
used to be much more ubiquitous. So we're starting to produce some more and more. And then
Does
we
it
have
does it like spread like ground cover?
there's one called Gold Mound,
Uh-huh.
and it'll get maybe 2 to 3 feet tall and be a rather woody bush, but it's always got its foliage on the outside, and it's pretty much always in flower. So if you want a, constant bloomer,
Hmm.
and really good for pollinators.
Oh.
So that's the hummingbirds, the bees, the other pollinators. So it's an attractant. So if you're doing other gardening, vegetables and fruits and other things, it's a good one. Um, and yeah, it's super drought tolerant. When we get really long, hot, dry spells like
Mm.
we've kind of come out of, hopefully. Um,
Knock on
yeah,
wood.
knock on wood. The real key is just keep it trimmed back. Otherwise, it gets a little woody,
Hmm.
but it's a great shrub. And don't attack it all at once. Pick a long leader and cut it back so that it'll resprout and stay thick and nice and wonderful. And there's a million different colors.
Is there blue?
No.
Is there hot pink? You know, the pinky purple I like.
Yeah, we don't grow that one.
Uh-uh.
Those have more challenges. There's even trailing ones
What's a
and
trail? What do you mean
big
trailing?
upright ones.
Oh.
So there's within the variety they've developed hundreds of cultivars
Mm.
around the world. But we pretty much focus on the yellow gold mound,
Hmm.
and we also have a red, which is a more upright bush. And then we have one that's kind of got all the colors in it, a pink, a yellow, a red, and they call it scrambled eggs. That
I
that's
like that.
yeah,
I like that scrambled eggs.
yeah. So that's what I know it as, but that's because of, however they market the original cuttings and plants.
Love it.
And the other one is you'll also find a small purple one,
Oh.
upright bush, if you're hiking through the mountains and you're into that.
Mm.
Growing in just really tough locations, Guana Bay,
Hmm.
up by the prison in those hills,
Hmm.
and you'll find the little purple one. But that's quite an upright bush. So to just tell you how drought tolerant it is, and as far as we know, another knock on wood, iguana doesn't eat it.
Oh, that's always a good thing.
Well, I'm every day I'm trying to figure out what an iguana doesn't eat. Gee.
That's funny.
Yeah,
It's
and when
true.
things go dry, they'll hit on things that are poisonous. I've seen them eat alamanda, tomato. When it's just growing and it's small, they'll just take a bite to see what it is. The trouble is trying to grow tomato plants. That's the end of your tomato plant.
So are those things poisonous to the iguana?
No, but there's flavors and tastes that people that the animals just don't like.
No, they don't like tomato?
Well, tomatoes nightshade family, so
Oh.
it's actually fairly poisonous.
So if they
The
takes one
plant itself.
if he takes one bite, will that be the end of him?
No, it's a
Uh,
dinosaur. It's just not enough
yeah.
toxicity to. And normally it's a seedling. 5, 7,
Yeah.
10 leaves. That's it. One bite just to see because it's green.
Mm.
And when everything else is brown, they'll hit on anything that looks green. They may not eat it all,
Right.
but they'll take a chunk out of it. I've seen them hit on a desert rose.
Wow.
And that's a oleander family, which is also highly toxic. But they're meandering along and they're going, well, does this looks green and fleshy? Let me take a bite.
Eat-
Wow. The
And listen,
iguanas are. Oof.
if the iguanas take a bite out of my desert rose, there's going to be war. That's all I could say. That's all I could say.
So
Did have I you know what I am noticing along the house, the front, especially the south side of the house though, with Aaron and everything that has rolled through. Um, a little bit of salt spray burn
yes,
on stuff, and things are just going to take a little while to come back. My lime trees didn't like the salt spray.
no,
Um, the uh, the desert roses not so much. Um, the 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 two big bougainvilleas, the big
yes,
ones,
uh huh.
they did okay this round, but the little one that was just starting to catch um, is not doing as well as it was.
Yeah.
But is there a quick fix to help them recover, or they just need time?
It's time and a cautionary statement.
Hmm.
Don't overwater.
Mm,
Whatever it is, don't think that even more water will cure,
mm,
because then we start to see rot.
right.
And so, yeah, you can strip dry leaves off,
Hmm.
or just cut them off, or just let nature take its course. You can do a light cutback. So things on like the bougainvillea,
Hmm.
use it as a way to encourage it to be more bushy.
Got it.
Look at, I've seen our wind zones in the resorts where, let's just say you have a wind channel and
Hmm.
things got fried in air.
Hmm.
And it's just kind of a matter of
Time.
tipping back.
Mm,
I used it. We have the local plumeria, the pudica, the big upright that's white flowers, and we used it as a an excuse to do a heavy hurricane prune for hurricane season,
right.
because it's going to probably go over if we were really having a storm. So time to cut it all back and let it reflush for the Thanksgiving and Christmas season.
Bravo.
It'll
Which
look
will be here. Which
it'll
will
look
be here.
perfect.
Which will be here before we know
Yeah, in a blink of an
it.
eye.
Mm.
Yeah. So
So
we just use it as a good time to judiciously prune. Don't attack things.
you know, speaking of the dreaded season that we had just alluded to, um, I was talking to our chief meteorologist and Rob Lightbound of Crown Weather, and what he's told me is from now probably through mid-September, we're in a state where the the main development zone for tropical systems across the Atlantic is in a state where it's less favorable for developments. We might see a little bit of a lull in activity, um, meaning that it will be harder for systems to develop given the downward pulse of the Madden-Julian oscillation. But he said that will likely last until mid September. And then we will be in a situation mid September into probably mid October where there's a upward pulse in the Madden-Julian oscillation, taking the main development region for tropical systems to a more favorable state. So we're not out of the woods yet.
No, what was it? It used to be, I think, September 19th was our peak day,
Right.
and
Yeah.
so yeah, there's always oscillation. And look at, I can remember a basically a Thanksgiving hurricane here.
Yeah, I remember stuff happening in early December.
Yep.
So, now here's the thing. The further we get along into the season, the less likely that we will have this
Correct.
long tracking Cape Verdean storm, like it that
Yeah.
came through in 2017, or the other one way back in the 90s, or the other two way back in the 90s. We won't have that long tracking Cape Verdean type of system, which is a good thing, the further we get along, but it doesn't mean that we can let our guard down.
No, and it's horseshoes and hand grenades.
Yeah,
Close can be deadly. Doesn't have
exactly,
to be a hit.
exactly, exactly. Well, of course,
So, plant a national flower.
I
And,
love it.
just because, and this morning I looked it up on Google real quick
Mhm.
just to see if there was anything, super interesting or
Where can I
whatever.
plant them at the house? I feel like I should have a national flower bed.
Yeah, make a good pot plant,
Hmm.
a potted plant. No problem.
So, where my at my house, where I have the palms.
Yep.
What the low shrub that's below it?
Dwarf Exors.
Yeah, I have a few of those that next time you're there, take a look. That I
Okay.
think probably need to be replaced.
Okay.
There's one or two that are kind of woody, that,
Yeah. Okay.
or have been destroyed by dogs or other creatures.
Yes.
It'd be nice if the national flower could be like a low hedge bush under the palms. Could it or no?
It could, but it would require more maintenance
Oh, yeah,
because it does want to get rangy.
yeah.
So,
What do you mean rangy?
um, long and leggy.
Got it.
So, to keep it tight and compact and full of bloom and looking like a good thick bush, you do need to prune it. But, everybody here is either lazy, not a lot of people, not everybody, either lazy or they're
Suffer
like, yeah,
from
but it has a flower on it and I don't want to cut it. And then it's like, yeah, well,
no.
it's like my mango. This year will be I've finished having my mango crop,
Hmm.
and I like to have my tree no more than say 4.5 meters tall, because I don't want to have to take ladders out to pick a mango.
Right.
So now up to 1/3 of the tree will get taken off sometime in the next couple of weeks. That makes a nice thick trunk, a
Mm.
good thick, wonderful tree when it comes back, and I get my mangoes maybe next year again, and
Without a ladder.
yeah, without a ladder, and it's the same with my flowering bushes.
Love it.
Okay.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Always a pleasure to see you, sir.
Have a great day, everybody, and rock and roll.
Greenfingers in the heart of Point Blanche.
Correct. The center of Point Blanche. Just take a left past the cruise ship. Given any choices, you can't miss it. Just past 4-star cargo.
Got it.
And in the heart of Cold Bay, right behind the Burger King.
Just drive literally through the
Yeah,
drive-through.
the
Just
takeout.
go through the drive-through and keep going straight. You'll end up in Bob's office.
Yeah,
There you
that's
go.
right.
Oh, don't do that. Go through. What's
Yeah.
Johnson
John
C.
C.
Fat
Fat
Street.
Road,
That's
next to
it.
the Chinese grocery and the
Right.
blue walls with all the equipment.
And where the shoemaker was, the key, who made the keys for years,
Yeah,
for the old timers. There
for
you
the
go.
old
Go down there,
timers.
take a right.
Yeah, it takes at least 7 years for a house to change names here. Yeah, so
Easily.
yeah, just go
Oh,
past the old shoemaker.
I missed that shoemaker. He
He's
was.
downtown.
Oh, where?
Over the empty lot that used to be the GB building or whatever.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, this is good. He was really awesome.
yeah.
Oh, I was dying. No shoemaker now. Perfect. Sorry he's on the other side of the hill, but what are you going to do?
Yeah.
I'll now have to go visit. Always a pleasure, Bob. We'll see you next week. More food for thought.
You got it.
Bob from Greenfingers. 7:37 right here in the Northeast Caribbean.